Hey guys, so I just got back from seeing The Man from U.N.C.L.E. I know this is basically a week late. I decided on Friday not to go to the movie theaters at all. Just didn't feel up to it really. No particular reason. I just didn't. And I knew I was going to go see The Man from U.N.C.L.E., so I waited till later this week to go see it. I'll still go see a movie tomorrow, which is Friday. I'll talk about what I'm going to be seeing at the end of the video. But as far as The Man from U.N.C.L.E. goes, I was looking forward to this somewhat. I had gotten trailers here and there over the past couple months. Like even a behind-the-scenes featurette playing at Regal for this movie a lot. That was played a lot. As I went to the movie theaters a lot, and every time I went to it to see a movie, this making a featurette was playing, and it looked like it would be a fun little spy movie. I knew it was based off a TV show. I'd never seen the TV show. I just heard of the TV show. I know it's from the 60s. That's all I know about it. And it was called The Man from U.N.C.L.E. And I also was interested because it was being directed by Guy Ritchie, a guy who I really enjoy as a director. Makes some really good action movies. I love his take on the Sherlock Holmes films especially. Thought those were really, really good movies. So I was kind of like, this should be pretty good. It looks alright. The trailers even looked alright. It was like, it could be a fun little spy film. And you know what? It was. You know, in a year, so far this year, we've had two. So far this year, this has been a pretty damn good year for spy films. With Kingsman, and now this. Spectre's gonna, we also get Spectre coming up later this year. And that has a lot to live up to it by this point, because we already got two really good spy movies. Because this is a really good movie. I really enjoyed the hell out of it. It was definitely a Guy Ritchie film, and this is like a movie right up his alley. Like, I don't know why. I can't remember him ever doing a spy movie like this before. If he has, I'm not recalling off the top of my head. I apologize. And this is a movie like this fit right for him. This movie, best thing about it is the two leads in this movie, which are Henry Cavill and Armie Hammer. Henry Cavill, I was not that big of a fan of. The first movie I ever saw him in was, unfortunately, Man of Steel. And I wasn't that big of a fan of him as Superman. I thought he actually was pretty good, but I just didn't think he was that great. But in this movie, he does shine. I really enjoyed his character in this film. He plays the arrogant American spy very fucking well. Then you got Armie Hammer, who's pretty much the same, but just Russian. I don't know, what is Armie Hammer? I don't think he is Russian. I'm pretty certain he's not Russian. So that was interesting. He didn't do a really horrible Russian accent or anything, but he did really good. He was basically, like I said, the Russian version of Henry Cavill. They both were pretty much the exact same kind of spy. That they were arrogant and thought very well of themselves. And Armie Hammer is actually kind of fun. He's the more of the brutal spy of the two. He's more of the brutal spy of the two. He beats the shit out of people like easily. Also, you got the female lead was pretty good. She looked a lot like she looked a lot like Penelope Cruz for some reason. She kind of looked like her a little bit. I don't know what her name was, but she was pretty good. She held her own. There's a predictable twist with her character that honestly I saw coming a mile away, but it didn't bother me that much. I was still pretty invested in the movie by that point. You also got the villain, who's a female that looks just like, I swear to God, every time I saw the trailer for this movie, I thought it was Paris Hilton. I'm not making that up. She is playing kind of like a version of Paris Hilton. If she was like a Nazi, if that makes any sense. Like, she's like a very rich woman who is, making atom bombs and is also a Nazi. Just imagine that for a second. She does kind of play like somebody who you could imagine Paris Hilton being. And she looks, I swear to God, that girl looks just like her. Also, you got Hugh Grant pops up, particularly towards the end of the movie. I wish he would have been more of this movie. If they make more movies, which I don't think they will because this movie didn't do as well. If they do make any more movies, he'll probably have a bigger part. Definitely think he will. Hugh Grant is looking old. It's like when I saw him in the trailer, I didn't even recognize him. But when you see him in the movie, you definitely recognize him. But he just is like, man, he's getting old. This movie is really, really, really good action movie. The action set pieces in this movie are really, really phenomenal. The two that come to mind that were really good were the opening sequence, the car chase scene in East Berlin between Armie Hammer and Henry Cavill. Because they're rival spies. Henry Cavill's American. He works for the CIA, and Armie Hammer works for the KGB. So they're obviously butting heads. And the chasing between us, it was pretty good and pretty creative. Like, the scenarios they came up with, it kept it more interesting. It didn't feel too long. It kept going. It kept my interest. Like the chase scene was pretty fun. That chase scene was a lot of fun. And also that scene, I think, I don't know, I haven't really read any reviews for it. The one in particular I really liked was the one where they're on a speedboat, or Armie Hammer is driving a speedboat and running away from guys with guns, like driving away in the water from guys with guns, and who are in another speedboat. And Henry Cavill falls off the speedboat, and he goes over to shore and sits in a truck and just watches and plays like this really nice Italian music, and it's just this music blaring and no other sounds playing while he's watching his partner just go around in circles in a speedboat while these two guys in another speedboat are chasing him, and it's really funny. It's a really well done scene. Like that scene really, really was really good. Also, man, they had one really disturbing torture scene in this movie. Like, good God, that scene was disturbing. Like when Henry Cavill's being tortured by that former Nazi. Oh, Jesus, God, that was a really disturbing scene. I remember going like, man, this movie got really dark. I mean, it's a Guy Ritchie movie, so I kind of would expect that. Yeah, like I said, I don't know what else to say about this movie other than that it's a really good film. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. If you haven't, there's nothing out there. If you've already seen stuff like Straight Outta Compton, The Gift, all that stuff like that, and you want to see something else and you don't know what to see, go watch Man from U.N.C.L.E. I guarantee you'll be pleasantly surprised. I really enjoyed this movie, a lot more than I thought it would. I'm not saying it looked bad or anything. Like I said, I just went in with minimal expectations, even though it's a Guy Ritchie film. As far as trailers, I got two new ones. Hold on a second here. I got The Intern, which is a Nancy Meyer film, the woman that's made a lot of damn romantic comedies. Although this doesn't really look like a romantic comedy. It looks more like a chick flick. It's Robert De Niro is an intern for Anne Hathaway's company. That's all I got out of it. She's like a really rich CEO who's having troubles with her company, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. It's a typical Nancy Meyer film. It's a chick flick. It doesn't look really that bad. Honestly, I might maybe get some shit for this, but I thought Nancy Meyer died. I swear to God she died. I'm sitting there like, who was the one that died a few years ago that was famous for writing chick flicks? Somebody in the comments, please let me know. I can't remember a goddamn name. Somebody, damn it. I don't know. But like De Niro, even when he's in shitty movies, can be pretty entertaining. He looked like he could be entertaining in this. It didn't, like I said, it didn't look that bad. Nancy Myers has been a hit and miss. You know, she's made some good ones and some bad ones. Actually, honestly, I've never seen. On the top of my head, I can't think of anything that she's done that was really that bad. And then I got the Hunger Games Part 2, Mockingjay Part 2, the new trailer for that. Holy shit. If you want to see an epic trailer, watch this thing. Oh my god, this trailer was awesome. I was already gonna go see this movie, but I was definitely sold from this trailer. More from than from the first trailer I got for this. It's an epic fucking trailer. Good God Almighty, was this trailer really epic? I can't wait for it. It looks like it'll be a lot of fun. That's as far as trailers go. Sorry. I'll be back tomorrow. Definitely. I can't make any promises that something will come up and I won't be able to see, but either tomorrow or eventually maybe next week, I will be going to see Dope. This movie was released in my theater like earlier this summer. And it's getting a re-release, and I hear really good things about it. I've heard really, really, really good things about it, even though I don't know what the hell it's about. So I'm going to check that out. And until then, I will talk to you guys later.